You are listening or watching the More Than Roommates podcast. I'm Dan.
And I'm Graham.
And first off, I want to excuse any sniffles and coughs that you might hear. We are really going through it with this cold going around.
Something got me messed up.
Yeah, it's not the C word. We tested for that.
And also tested for the flu.
It's just
Cold there.
It's just been really cold.
Just a crummy cold.
Yes. But we wanted to give you an update for a story that we talked about a few weeks ago. But a St. Louis police officer crashed into a gay bar, and they ended up arresting the owner. Well, more details have come out, so we wanted to kind of catch everyone up to that. Originally, the police officer said that he swerved because there was a dog in the road. Well, later it came out that there was security footage and there was no dog.
And there's like another passerby too, right? That had footage. Yeah.
Yes. So the what the report now says is the officer was adjusting his radio, and that's when he lost control of the vehicle and swerved into the building. And after that, the owner of the bar, who was living upstairs, came out. He was saying things, and they ended up arresting him, charging him with a felony. But now news stations have gotten a hold. It's just someone watching was recording the video.
Okay.
And so there's some juicy details. So we'll watch it. Graham has not seen it, and we'll put the video on the screen. So give us 1 second. So I kind of skipped to the
checking the distracted or inattentive driving box. In the aftermath, you can see Chad's partner and co-owner, James Pence, angrily speaking with cops who ask him for identification. The officer then handcuffed and detained Pence for apparently yelling at police.
He's not going to yell at me. That's causing a disturbance.
A few minutes later, Morris comes outside and appears furious. His partner is detained and questions police on why the officer driving the cruiser wasn't detained as well.
Who is the driver? Then why are you not in handcuffs?
Eventually, Morris disappears from the frame until you can see him come back with handcuffs on.
Yeah, look at this. Look at me. All because this mother crashed into this. You crashed in my building.
Then police fully apprehend him on a police car. Tuesday, Morris got out of jail and had a black eye. Prosecutors originally charged him with felony assault, but reduced it to a misdemeanor. He's also charged with resisting arrest.
Charged with a misdemeanor.
Yes.
Because of his mouth? I mean...
And so in the video, you see the officer is not de-escalating the situation whatsoever.
He slammed him on the hood.
Well, and the original officer was saying that they were going to arrest him for yelling at the cops. And
is that a crime?
I don't think so. Especially not in this situation where it's like, dude, give some grace. You just crash into this guy's
their livelihood and home.
Yes.
Like, imagine if someone crashed, like a cop crashed into the house. Like, yeah.
And then so they go behind an alley, a scuffle ensues, and then they pull him out. I don't know. It's still just not a good look.
The math ain't mathing.
And then it came out that they didn't do a drug test on the officer, didn't do a toxicology, like see if he was
that
impaired.
Should be standard procedure, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you get in a wreck, especially like an officer, or someone that upholds the law.
Yeah.
I mean, they breathalyze people they suspect are, drinking and driving. Like,
So the bar owner has to appear in court this Friday. They're still trying to charge him with stuff. And as far as we know, the officer is still working. Nothing has been done. And all the news stations, so that was KMOV, we'll give them the credit, but they've asked exclusive video. They are asking for the dash cam video, and of course the St. Louis police are like,
they're gonna drag
this is an ongoing investigation.
Nah, I know, it's kind of, it's just like, okay, but obviously if that's the case where they don't want to share that information, it may not be good, and it doesn't look good no matter how you cut it. Even if they were to release it, I don't know.
Not a good look by the St. Louis police.
So do we know, like, is like the city or the county gonna pay, or is it like an insurance thing?
It
like,
doesn't
I'd be
even
curious,
sound like, I don't know who's
you know what I
covering the
mean?
damage.
Yeah.
I think people have chipped in for the bar owner. It's not like it should be
Okay.
the public's responsibility, but it seems like we're not even at the point where the owner is trying to sue the city. He's just trying not to get thrown, like, charged with anything, which
he better lawyer up.
Oh,
if he
he's got a
hasn't
lawyer.
already.
He's
yeah.
not doing any interviews. We've
Yeah.
reached out, more than roommates exclusive, seeing if he would come and talk. But
Yeah.
understandably, I wouldn't be talking right now. I would be
You don't want to hurt your case.
Yeah, I'd be dotting my I's, crossing my T's, and making sure I'm not doing anything, because he has no room for error, because the police, of course, will jump on anything in the St. Louis prosecutor's office.
So I'm sure, like, they've got Dan Garrett's out there trying to hound him, like, from KMOV.
Yeah, please talk with us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
again, I don't think it's necessarily a gay, like, this, like,
a targeted, like, hateful.
I think
like,
the
act,
officer
yeah.
freaked out because he realized he messed up. But
Yeah.
you can't lie. You can't
Yeah.
escalate a situation. They're all trained to be de-escalators.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we'll keep you up to date on that. Another thing that happened that I want to talk about in Kansas City, so local to us, this crazy thing happened. So this guy had a Kansas City Chiefs watch party, invited 3 of his buddies over.
On what was it? Was a Chargers Chiefs game, like the, I don't know, first week of January.
Yeah.
I think we were hunkered down here.
Yeah, we had this huge, or this, like, crazy freeze, like negative 20 wind chill.
It was horrible.
Well, no one heard from the friends. 3 days later, they're all found frozen to death in his backyard.
Yeah, and I thought I read that one of them was on the porch or something.
One was on the porch, 2 were in the backyard.
Yeah.
So when the people didn't come back, of course, friends and family were like, where are these guys? And it ended up that a couple days later,
how does that happen?
One of the person's girlfriends actually broke a basement window of the home and got in the house and was like, looking for him, because all of their cars were parked outside the house. So she tracked down the cars, broke in the window, and then...
And after 2 days, so, like, how would you, like... That's, like, zero awareness of your surroundings. Like,
So the guy is claiming that he had no clue that his friends were out back. No arrest has been made.
Yeah.
And...
going back, like, I'm assuming there are no toxicology reports, but I'd be curious to know, like, did, like, these men get drugged with something, or, like, what... That just seems like such a Twin Peaks weird, like... It
was very sad.
It's super sad, but how do you go to a watch party and then wind up frozen to death?
And
like,
3 people.
Yeah.
3 grown adults.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
I know.
There's no logical explanation. So
yeah, this is obviously like a very I mean, I'm sure the true crime people are going to go crazy with this, but it's like, how do 3 grown adults just freeze to death outside unless they were that?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even want to say that, like, who knows?
Right.
So it's odd that they haven't arrested the guy. The guy is trying to move.
They said, so I read a little bit about this, I don't know, a couple days ago, and I read that the owner also claimed to the police, I think, I could be wrong, but he claimed that, so the girlfriends or wives or whatever were trying to call him, and I read that, like, he went to sleep with headphones on or something and didn't hear the calls. But I feel like people had to have been looking for these guys, if it were after 2 days.
And the cars were out front.
That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I could understand, like, maybe you have a friend over and they have a drink or something and they end up Ubering home and their car sits at your house overnight.
But the
no
next
problem.
day...
But to not be, like, addressed by, like, the afternoon of the next day, especially 2 days, like, how do you...
Yeah.
Like, you would think the homeowner would have called the police.
Right.
So...
And supposedly, like, he was asleep next to a fan when the woman got in the house to...
Yeah, and he had headphones on,
Yeah.
I think, or something.
Yeah.
That's maybe what maybe that's what I read, yeah.
But it's not adding up. This also seems like that college house last summer or last winter when like a bunch of the college students were murdered, and supposedly someone was there. And so I'm not hoping, but this seems like as more stuff will develop, we'll maybe get some answers as to like why they haven't arrested someone. Like they obviously know more, or there's more to it. Like, I guess they're just chalking it up that they froze outside, but
I feel like it has to be like some kind of drug related,
who knows?
I don't know. That just isn't, I don't know, like to be not, it just doesn't make any sense in my mind, but
yeah.
I read that the guy was being super cooperative with the police, so I don't even think they're looking at him as a suspect,
right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No charges have been filed.
Yeah.
So definitely something we will also be keeping tabs on. So it's just a couple stories we wanted to keep you up to date with and just kind of give our opinions. Yeah. More Than Roommates True Crime edition.
We're really switching it up.
Yeah, but we're keeping warm,
trying to stay healthy.
After these crazy weeks of these frozen temperatures, so we hope you guys are staying staying warm out there, and we will see you next week.
Wait a second, we have not been putting the meme of the week yet.
Do you have a meme of the week?
I'm sure this is like probably like old, like maybe even Vine possibly, but I saw this last night. Do you remember how hard I was laughing at the bloodhound or that basset hound? Do we want to watch it or put it out there on the video? Let's just watch it.
Okay, and I'll add it in.
I'll start you off, all right?
Basset Hound auto-tune. That is the new
It's so funny, like you just see, you can tell that this is like a cousin or relative to Pepper's.
Yeah, Pepper, if you can see her back there,
cutie
all
girl. Aww.
napped back there. So that's Graham's meme of the week. I've had 2 people comment about your meme of the week, so they were enjoying it. We gotta keep it up.
Gotta find some like new ones.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about some local drama before we drop off?
Oh my gosh, yes.
So yesterday, my feed on Facebook was nothing but like this disgusting video of a local restaurant, and people had posted like a video of roaches like crawling under the seat, just like in this dining area.
Yes, just so many roaches. So it got shut down, but everyone in town has just been memeing it. But so what sucks is like, it's a chain, and we went there. Like I went to one when I was in college, loved it, and we finally went to this restaurant like a little over a year ago, and we enjoyed it. And then like a month or 2 or so later, the city came out with the food inspection results, and that one did not do well. So we haven't been back. It didn't say anything about like roaches in the bench.
Well, but that was like a year and a half
ago,
though,
it's so I don't know how it gets, like we'll include the video, but I don't know how it gets that bad.
Do we want a dual meme of the week here?
I'm putting all the memes. They're up there right now.
I think the funniest meme I saw, Fuzzy's Terminix bookings 1/22/24. It looks like they literally took like people's crime like mugshots and then put like different roach pictures on.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Oh my god, that is funny. Ugh, nasty too.
Ugh, so be careful where you're eating. It makes me not want to go out to eat.
I just want to eat at home.
I know.
You know, like it's
I'm so anti potluck, anti like.
Yeah, God. I know. Yeah,
Also, we had a water boil advisory for over a week. We were like back in the. Horrible. I felt like I was living on the prairie farm, boiling our water,
start churning butter, and
it was just like Of course, we've had water boil advisories, but for like a week,
I've never experienced one before here in the city ever.
Wow.
Like, this is the first one that I remember.
Yeah.
You know, like, I feel like I would know. Like,
Oh,
I would have
one-
remembered, like, my family, like, boiling water and stuff, you know.
I mean,
but-
I've been a part of that before, but man, a week. It makes you appreciate your dishwasher and stuff. Yeah. And having water.
It makes you, really think, I don't know, about other countries and stuff, too, that, you know, they don't have clean water and they have to hike. Like, I know it was really just kind of a week of inconvenience, and it was like a little scary and not fun at all. I'm not saying like I would want to continue to do that, but still got to be a little appreciative, you know.
And it makes you more aware of your water usage.
It totally does. We had some distilled water on hand and like a pack of water bottles, and we were boiling all kinds of stuff, but I took a gallon of the distilled water and just like a crummy cup down to the bathroom down here, so when I like brush my teeth and like clean my retainers, it was just such a hassle to have to do all that.
For sure. Okay, well, I think that should be it for this week, and we will see you next time.
All right, have a great week.